Hello, hello. If you are new to my videos, welcome. My name is Eric Senechal. I'm a Pulsor practitioner here for Rejuvenate Hope. And if you are a person that is subscribed and watch all my videos, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. So today, what I want to answer is one of the questions that I keep having quite often with many different customers. And it is about how or where did I learn this and how is the process with all this. And if anybody can do this. So roll the intro and I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. So as I was saying earlier, a lot of people have been asking me that question of how this is all started with the pulsars, etc. So I'm going to explain to you how I got started personally with this and how it all works. So when I was a kid, around I think it was like 11 or 12 years old, my mother was diagnosed with scleroderma and polymyositis, which is an incurable disease. And when she got that disease, the doctor gave her 3 years maximum to live, because one of them is deterioration of the muscles, which your heart is a muscle. So it's one of the reasons people do not survive with that disease. And my mother, since she was a nurse in the past, she knew what the process would have been if she would have kept going with the medical field. So what they've done, my parents, both of them, made a decision to go more in the alternative side of it and see what the alternative side can do for her. And one of those things was through the internet. My father has found Virginia Lucia, which she's a Pulsor practitioner from Boston. And so she flew in to Grand Falls to do Pulsor session to my mother to help her with her health. And obviously with her health, there was a combination of many different things. So we have energy workers that worked on her. We had Virginia. We had the nutrition that we make. We changed our nutrition completely, doing vitamins, hair analysis, the family support. So all of that together made and essential oils also. All those things together made that my mother, instead of having 3 years to live, she was able to live a good quality of life for 26 years. So we were very blessed on that side to have that extra time with her. But to go back to my story here, so Virginia was flying to Grand Falls and doing Pulsar session to my mother. So when she did that, I was about 12 to 13 years old. So my birthday's in June, so I don't know exactly when it was during that time. But so when she was doing Pulsar session to my mother, I was very curious and I was looking around, I was looking at the Pulsars and asking a lot of questions to Virginia, so she was answering me a lot of those questions. And just for fun, Virginia just was playful with me. So she took a specific pulsar and she put that in my hands. And she asked me, so what do you feel with that? So I put that in my hand, pay attention to it. And then I'm like, oh, that's a very powerful pulsar. Like it's very like aggressive, and I could feel like tingling and numbness in my arms. And there was some heat and pulse inside my hand. So, and I gave it back to her and I'm like, what was that? She's like, oh, that's an angel pulsar. So that's a level 1. And those are very good to release big notch of energy. So that's why they're very strong. I'm like, okay, cool. So she gave me another pulsar and she put that in my hand and she asked me again, what do you feel with that one? So I pay attention for a couple of seconds and I'm like, oh, that one is very soft. I could just feel like some wave going through my arms and some heat. It was very delicate. It was deeper. The first one was very aggressive at the first layer, but that one was going more into the bones, to the muscles, I should say, and it was very soft. And so I gave back the pulsar to her. I'm like, what is that one? She says, oh, that's one of the Ultima pulsars. And she gave me a few of the Ultima pulsars back to back, and some of them I was seeing some colors also. So she says, yeah, that's a level 2 pulsar. And two of them, one of them is delta, so you probably know that word. And there's another one was theta vibrations, brainwave vibrations. So she was just testing me and being playful with me. So she gave me another pulsar And she asked me, what do you feel about this one? So when I take that one in my hand, I'm like, woof, like the whole energy around my body was like circulating, was super strong. And I'm like, it was not just my arms, but I could feel everything everywhere with only one. So I'm like, wow, this one is super powerful. And I'm like, that one goes very deep. I feel like it's more laser point and very like precise, like a funnel. It was like really going direct. And she says, yeah, that's a level 3 pulsar. That's a 5-element pulsar. I'm like, wow, that's very strong. So she turned around, she looked at my mother, and she's like, your son is very in tune. Like, if you want, I can personally mentor him. And while I'm gone to Boston, you guys can purchase some pulsar, and he's going to be able to do some work on you while I'm gone. So that way, between session, when she comes, my mother's health can stay plateau at least and keep going up and keep going up. So that was the way that I was working with that. So every time she was coming, she was mentoring me and showing me different things, different techniques, how to work with Pulsor, how to protect myself, etc., etc. And also Dr. Yao, which is, he's the person that made the Pulsor. He's the one who invented the Pulsor. So it's all because of him. The Pulsor exists on Earth. So Dr. Yao was a private mentor for Virginia. And he was mentoring her to tell her, okay, show Eric this and this and this. And then she was coming home and then she was showing me those techniques. And he wanted to make sure that she was not showing me too many aggressive sessions, because he didn't want me to be overloaded by my mother's case. So my mother's situation was very big. The session on her, and I was such a young boy and still developing, he wanted to make sure that it was not going to affect my health, not affect my energy while I work on my mother. So everything that I was doing to her was very delicate, very smooth. It was still helping her, but not being too much on my body. And as I grow older and older, she was showing me bigger pulsar sessions. She was showing me bigger techniques. So because I was getting stronger and more, my energy was getting stronger too. Physically, I was getting stronger. I also took a lot of training outside of the pulsar energetically, also with the angels, the archangels, a lot of different things, different course that I took outside of that, just so I can understand more the anatomy of the person, of the body, all those things together, so I could be better. So in total, I've been working with the Pulsar for over 25 years. And I'm happy to say that my mother was able to live for an extra 26 years after she was diagnosed with the scleroderma polymyosite. So we were blessed to have her, and that was a 26 years of quality, by the way. Not in bed the whole time. She was able to do activities with her. She was going on a motorcycle drive with my father. She was still cooking, cleaning, doing everything around the house. So we were able to get her off the bed and get to a almost normal life level, like a normal person. By doing, like I said, the Pulsar session, the essential oils, the vitamins, the hair analysis, different energy treatment outside of the Pulsars also. So there was all that recipe that made that success that we had with her. So all of this to say, I also asked Virginia about this, like how does she train people, like, because there's no training course for that, there's no college for this, there's nothing like that. And the main reason that there's not is because they are hand-selected, the people that do the same job that I do. So it's not everybody that went to see Virginia to have training that she said, yes, I'll train you. She'll train for little things. She doesn't anymore, by the way. She is retired, but she will train for a little, if somebody want to buy a certain amount of pulsars, how to work with them. She will do little trainings like that, but training as, like for me, like a pulsar practitioner, for that you are hand selected, because you really need to be very in tune with your energy. An empath is really good because you're going to be receptive with the other person. I also work a lot with the angels and the archangels in my practice on top of what I actually do energetically here, so it goes a lot more spiritual with what I do. It is not just a pulsar, but it's all a combination together what I do. Also some hair analysis if some people are interested, but to calibrate back your body physically. But yes, so it's very hand selected, and I was very fortunate to be able to be mentored directly by Virginia, and still am, for different situations, different techniques that we learn every time. The earth energy has changed, so our practice, the way we do it, has changed also. So we have a very selected few people around on earth that I know that actually do what I do. So we're a few of us, but the people that do what I do is you need to be able to work with your heart. If somebody comes in to try to make some money out of this and it's all about cash and it's all about ego and all, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Plus, a person that do what I do is very demanding on the practitioner itself. Energetically, it's super demanding. Physically, you need to be taking very good care of your health. You need to be eating very healthy. Sugar and fast food is a big no-no, just because it blocks the energy, so it makes it even more difficult to work with the customer energy and be in tune. So you need to be so there's a lot that goes into this, and also like even like the pulsor session that I do to customers, like an hour and a half on the table, but of my time, it's taking me almost 3 hours per customer because I need to clean that energy out of my body, that they're receptive from what's the person have to make sure that I don't catch whatever they have as an issue. So again, there's a lot involved in this and the spiritual side of it. So it's not for everybody, but I definitely love what I do, and it's an amazing, amazing career to do. So yeah, so I've trained a few people. I have trained some doctors in Seattle to do what I do. And again, I with a little test that I did with them, just to make sure that they're the right people to do the right job. So this is how all this has been happening. I've been in business for since 2019 that I started my practice here. I've been helping people all around the world. I do a lot of long distance session. If you want more information, click on the banner here. So yeah, that's how all of this has been going. So I've been practicing with this for over 25 years. So I have a lot of practice having family, friends, and now customers. That's what I do for the past few years. So if you like this video and it was informative and you might be clear as mud, as they say sometimes, there's a lot of videos that I made about different pulsors, etc. Some of them for even on the spiritual side, all that. So go check those videos out. There's a bunch of them that I did so you can understand a little bit more in the deeper level what I do and how all of this connects and works, because the spiritual side is getting very strong on Earth right now. People's intuition has grown exponentially the past few years. People are more awake. Their third eye is opening. There's a lot of stuff happening now to awakening the people on Earth. So the energy has changed. So you want to inform yourself, go check out those videos. So I'm not going to talk longer. I know this video is already long, so please subscribe, put a big thumbs up. I will appreciate that. Share this video to people that are open-minded, people that love this kind of subject. So give them a chance to be able to learn and grow themselves too with this. And if you have any question and some of the stuff that I say doesn't make sense or something, please put in the comment section underneath, and I'll do my best to answer any of the questions that you might have. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much again, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.